beings, nature, animals need one ingredient to be happy and to have a very good life. And most of us would agree it's love. Without love, it is almost as if there is no life. Or without love, life is not worth living. It is a human tendency to show affection to others, to be interested in their well-being. And not only humans take care of each other, we look after each other. Trees are doing the same thing, and all animals and species. And human beings have this deep love for everyone around them, for the other human beings. And of course, they also have love for something higher, for spiritual understanding and for the supreme, for divinity. So when we look at our life and the seed of life, that seed of life has something to do with love, and why not with water? Without water, there is no growth, there is no expansion. So in our spiritual life, when we look at how we can grow and expand and have a good life, then we look at the foundation of our inner life, and that is thought. The thought is the foundation of everything we experience. And the seed of our inner world is thought. And when that thought has love and water, then our whole inner life will be beautiful and enjoyable, and it will expand, and we will feel nourished. And put it very simple, the seed for all good thought is God. That is a very simple understanding of who God is. God is the one who is planting the seed of all pure and good thought in the mind of human beings. So now we see how that foundation for a good life, that foundation for any life, is that seed of pure, benevolent, good wishes, the pure thoughts, the benevolent, good wishes that can be planted only by God in the mind of the human being. And God is a very good gardener. As soon as He has planted that seed, He will look after it. So all we have to do is to accept that pure, good, benevolent, good wishes and thoughts that are planted in our mind, and then look after them in the company of the Supreme, in the company of the Divine. And that water that we were talking about is a spiritual knowledge. It makes sense that we need to water land that has been planted with seeds. And this spiritual knowledge that we share here at Brahma Kumaris, it's almost unlimited. No matter how much you would study, no matter how much you would take it, there is still more to it. And then the sunshine of love, godly love, divine love, altruistic love, all of that are making that seed to give the sapling, and then the sapling will grow, and eventually there will be the fruits of good life, a life full of virtues and powers and generosity and more love and more expansion and help, being able to help everyone else. So let us experiment with this seed of pure love and good wishes. Let us plant this seed and watch out for the sapling. take care of the sapling. So let us find a comfortable position for the body, keeping the back straight. The head is held high. You can keep the eyes open if you wish. We are breathing in a natural way, normal breathing. We remind ourselves of the spiritual nature of the human being. With a divine intellect, we understand that we are spiritual beings. The true self, the real I, is not physical. Is subtle. And it looks like a tiny, tiny, tiny seed. The true self is alive, like any seed that is alive. It contains in it the whole life. The true self is conscious. It looks like a tiny, tiny point. The mind and the intellect are concentrated on understanding this tiny, tiny, living, conscious, true self that is so subtle and still is the one that is the driver, the experiencer of everything. It is a tiny true self, the one that can speak, listen, is aware of the light, is aware of the temperature, of the noise, is fully alive. This tiny, tiny self, the true self, is independent. Independent of the matter, independent of the body. It is as if made of sparkling spiritual light. It is not earthly, it is unearthly. Looks like a tiny, tiny star. The intellect is concentrated on experiencing the life of this tiny, tiny star. It's a sparkling star, a shining star. A star that radiates contentment, love. The star in itself is complete, perfect. It needs zero from the material world. The true self is a visitor in the material world. It takes zero. It expects zero. It needs zero. As we experience the reality of the true self, we understand the power of our thoughts. It is a thought that opens up the experience of our reality. The thought that the soul, the true self, is independent, is eternal, is invisible. The thought that the soul is an invisible traveler. All these thoughts are spiritual thoughts, pure thoughts, godly thoughts. They are the seed of our tree of life. When the seed is good, a good tree will emerge. It will give wonderful fruit. This seed is planted by God. It's a supreme soul, the supreme parent, supreme mother and father, the one who has the love and the dedication to plant these seeds in the mind of each human soul. It is God's love that brings the awareness at the level of being a divine child, raising the human soul from any negative thoughts, any negative attitudes, bad and sad feelings, which is His godly love that raises the consciousness to that of a child of the divine. God sees the soul in its original and perfect form. Sees perfection. Like a good gardener who can see the sapling and knows that in that sapling there will be an amazing tree. God can see that. He knows the potential of each and every human soul. And He is willing and capable to nurture this seed of pure truth with godly, divine love. The soul has a nature that is benevolent, pure, harmless. God can see the family of souls. He knows that all belong in this family. Knows that all of them are divine, are like the Supreme Soul, the Supreme Parent. All these thoughts, divine thoughts, coming from the seed, the godly seed, can grow into a living tree of truth, peace, love, happiness. Our whole world can change from a forest of thorns into a garden of beauty, harmony, love. All it takes is to allow this seed to grow in our minds. Allow the seed of pure divine thought to grow with divine love and spiritual knowledge. Thank you for listening. Om Shanti.